And
That works, Steve?
there's a few of these I'm
New
pretty sure they
stream.
cheated, but
Are we
Or-
back?
I think we might be.
oh. Is it a new stream or same stream?
Should be same stream. I
Same
hope
stream?
it didn't remove everything. That would suck.
That would really suck.
Well, it's
We can look at that because if that's the way it is, it's done.
Yeah,
It's
it's
done.
there is one there now,
Okay.
but I had to go back to the main.
Just
page.
recycle it.
I had to go
Okay,
back
yeah,
to
we
our
have
page
a
and
2 hour
go
and
back
12
in.
video already in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And now we're live with the new one. So hopefully our viewers came over to us. Here's hoping.
Possibly. Yep. Here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping. Sorry about that. You know, programs. Yay. But we're back.
Gotta love the internet.
I was told that it probably only crashed probably about a minute ago. So basically what you're seeing is gigantic statues floating around what looks like a floating monolith, as you would expect the floating monoliths to be, where you do believe that is where the orrery is. But these 3 statues are floating around. They are glowing with quite a bit of enchantment and abjuration magic, although they do appear to be thoughtless.
Thoughtless soldiers.
Thoughtless is one thing, but that doesn't mean that they can't be programmed to
be brutal.
Yes.
Well, if they're thoughtless, there's no reasoning with them, so.
Right.
Just like politicians. All right. Well, shall we see if they're aggressive? I mean, most things are aggressive for some reason.
I'm going to, before we jump into the fray of fun, going to extend and cast True Sight.
Okay.
I'm guessing these things look like what they are.
They look like what they are.
All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and what is the duration on that?
Yep. Just in case, I'm gonna
True
go
sight?
ahead and do.
If you extend it, it's 2 hours, right?
No.
Armor
Armor
bag
bag
is an hour.
My
An
true
hour?
sight's permanent.
An hour.
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and do armor of Agathist.
Me as well.
Agathist.
I will do mine at 5th level, which I think that's the same level as yours. Chuck, correct?
Yes.
All right. What is the temp hit points on that?
25
25.
and
All right,
25 damage.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. You
5
see
per
your,
level.
your fellow mates getting geared up for a possible battle.
Hoping
I'm
we don't
always geared
fight.
up.
Okay. And I guess we head in.
All right, you head into the monolith.
Yep.
All right, you head toward the monolith, and you start to float around it, looking for an opening. As you head to the opening, you will notice out the corner of your eye that all 3 of these stone structures begin to move.
Toward us.
And they are coming toward the monolith.
Aggressively?
Aggressively, yes.
Okay. This could be an interesting fight.
Yep.
You are all still in cloud form.
Makes it
They start
harder
fanning
to
us
hurt us.
away.
You are all still currently in cloud form. Give me, we're going to do this in initiative order. Give me an initiative.
Can we do spells in cloud form?
No, we would have had to drop out of it.
No, I'm not in
before.
cloud form because
Yeah,
I
I
would have
would've-
dropped to cast armor of Agathis.
Oh, that's right. You would have
Save.
had to drop to cast armor of Agathis. Are you in the air then, or are you on the ground?
I would have gone to the ground.
I will be with Kadath.
Okay, so you went to the ground. You cast armor of Agathis.
Yep. And then
Evangeline, you
forget
saw
your
them go
DA.
down to the ground.
It depends on if Forsyth is dropping.
Are you dropping the cloud form, Forsyth?
I will put her on the ground before I do.
Okay, so he forewarns you. You go to the ground with Buckley, and you switch out. All right, so Forsyth, you rolled a 22.
Yes.
I want to not do this in purple. Here we go. 22. Evangeline,
17.
Kadeth,
am I rolling the extra d8?
Yes.
Okay. Because I did not actually roll low for once. Or as low as usual. Oh, all ones. 12.
all ones.
An 11 and then a 1.
Oh. 6. What do you roll?
That took that was an 18. Oh wait, and get the D8 as well. Let me roll that. 18 plus 4, so 22.
Oh, 22.
How far away are we from
Alright.
these things?
You are approximately 60 feet from these guys. They started moving in about the same time you guys started moving in. And they are coming down toward the ground where most of you are at this point. Having kind of flown around the monolith a little bit, there are some caves and whatnot in the monolith that you kind of spotted before they started coming in. There are, out of 22, Forsyth and Fix, you are first. If you want to go by Dex, it's probably Forsyth. Otherwise, pick. I don't care.
Forsyth, you mind if I go real quick before we get into the fray of things?
I don't mind.
I'm going to use my new spell. I'm going to position it so that it does not hit us or the monolith. It is
Okay.
a 40-foot radius sphere.
40-foot radius. Dang. All right.
Oh, wait, I get... Ooh. And I'm going to sort of overlap them because I get 40. Or no, 40. I get 4 40-foot radius spheres.
4? Holy
Yeah.
shnikes. All right. I'm going to draw this on the battlefield real quick because I know you guys like the, perception. We'll go back to where the dragon is here, and I'll draw it out real quick. Where you were. I'm just going to draw it on top of you guys.
And I will share the screen. Oh, moved it out.
The purple circle is the monolith kind of floating above you guys. So, Forsyth, I'm sure you're going to be in elemental form before too long.
Probably.
Where are we?
You're in the purple
Here we
circle
are.
currently. I'm pulling you guys out of the purple circle currently. The purple circle, you can go up underneath it. It is floating in the air. I just am using that as a reference of the purple circle. With the purple circle. Oh, that is not what I want. That will not help us at all. Okay.
What's the approximate speed of the enemy?
The approximate speed of the enemy is. I'm going to color code them here a little bit. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Okay, nope.
That's what they're showing on the big screen here.
What?
Cinemax. They're going to show Monty Python and the Holy Grail on the big screen.
Nice.
Ah, great flick.
We all want to take Mel.
Yeah, let's not do black. Black blends in. Let's do blue. Okay, I did my best to change their colors so that you knew which one you're green, purple, and blue. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I made it as thick as I possibly could.
Yep.
One's down
works.
here. One's over here. One's over here. All right. Now,
And what is the purple?
The purple is the floating monolith. So you can go over top of it, signifying you're going to be under it.
Okay.
But it is the purple monolith. Let me lock that down so that you guys don't move it. There you go. You're creating 4 foot. 40?
We're footy.
Okay, hold on. It's midnight my time and you can't talk.
She hasn't even been drinking.
Hey, I grew up in Ohio, okay? Maybe it's just, it's really hard to take Ohio out of the girl.
One there. One there.
And these are just extras. This is a construct if you summon a construct. This is his form. And this is the hex if he ever does that.
Of course I'll do hex.
So
A second one there.
okay, now what do these do?
Meteor swarm.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
That's
lots of
a,
pepperoni
what,
fall
A dex check?
Dex check.
Oh dear
or
Lord.
sausages. Do a lot of sausages fall on
Yes.
a meteor
Yes.
swarm?
Sausages. Yeah.
Oh my
Pete
goodness.
A5
Meatballs.
Wagyu.
Yeah. They,
Cloudy
why
with a
would you
chance of
waste that on
meatballs.
that? At least use cheap meat.
Well,
Spam. It spams a lot. Oh,
Camelot. Camelot.
Well, with the amount of dice I'm going to be rolling here, it's about the cost of an A5 Wagyu.
Oh dear Lord. This one only got a 9, this one got a 19, and this one got a 8. Yeah.
Well, they failed.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to start from bottom and work my way around clockwise.
Okay, so you start doing that. Forsyth, what are you doing for your turn?
Okay.
As he
Well,
rolls all
since,
of his damages.
Here's the
since they're
question.
surrounding us.
Do they have any, does it matter if it's fire or bludgeoning damage?
Oh. Well, why don't you find out?
Well, okay. I just didn't know if I could just give it all to you at once or if you want it
know if
broken
he
up.
has to give it
Oh.
to you.
Gotcha.
That's
That's your. Yeah, give it to me separate.
these are stone, right?
These are stone.
All right, I'm spinning the sorcery points. This will be I'm torn between acid and lightning. You know what? We'll just go with fire. Because all right, the first one.
All right. Oops. On paper.
So the fire damage at 20 d6s
Oh, geez.
is 94.
The fire damage?
Yes.
All right. It does not seem to do as much as you expect it to. It seems to be resistant to fire.
And then the bludgeoning is 68.
68.
Yes.
It is also. Nope. Nope. Damage immunities. Bludgeoning. That doesn't seem to do anything.
Okay. Well, now I know. The second one. All right, so I won't even worry about the bludgeoning damage then.
Yep.
All right. So the second one, since it's getting hit by 2 of them. Oh wow. Oh wait, that was the wrong thing. I was still rolling. Okay. 156
Total
fire
for
damage.
both of them.
Yes.
So
It's a
that's
total of
53. Nope, 156.
if it's halved, that is 78.
78.
It makes me sad because this was a big spell, but oh well, now we know.
Well, now you know.
And then the last one is 84 fire damage.
All right, that one's easy to have. All right. So they don't seem to take as much fire as you anticipated, but it is somewhat effective and still quite effective, all things considered.
And then that was my action. Let's see. Bonus action. Don't really have much to do, but I am going to pull out the rod.
All right, you
Which
pull out the rod. The rod of Gond.
Yes.
So far
right.
gone.
Forsyth, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm going to cast 7th level Call Lightning with
All
a
right.
60-foot radius.
All right. I don't know. It's not stormy, but it is cloudy. I don't know if that bothers.
If it was stormy, it'd be
clouds.
right. It would be
just
extra if it's stormy, but since it's not, we're just
Okay.
going to go with the 7d8
All right.
or whatever it is. Yeah. So let's see. Let me go ahead and do the
In that case,
cast.
call one of them right away, right? You cast the full one.
Yeah, I can call it. We're going to cast it in this area here. Well, it's 60 feet, so whatever from this will be at the edge of it.
Okay. That's fine. Which one are you going to strike?
The one up top in the corner.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So whatever 60 feet from that is the center of us. So we'll need a circle out there.
Boop. Yep. I'll make your circle. I'm going to make your circles blue. 60? 60 foot diameter or radius?
I believe that's the radius. Let me make sure. 60-foot radius, 10 feet tall.
Alrighty. That is your
Right.
lightning.
So move it
Does
down to where he's
on
in.
that, or does it do this?
That would be great right there. So I got 2 of them.
Yeah,
and the other guy's going to end up moving into it anyway, but
probably.
we'll get to him in a.
But you,
All right,
you
let's
can
go
avoid
ahead and
hitting
do the,
us, right?
Right.
Yeah, no, he targets somebody in that radius.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You might be able. Can you not hit all 3?
I don't believe I can hit all.
It has to be mostly
3
in
now.
the circle. By the time he gets down here, the other one's out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
that's I want to get him mostly in the circle. And need a dex save.
All right. Dex
That failed.
save is at 11. Yeah.
And let's see, damage for that is 44.
Oof.
And that is lightning damage, I believe.
You see it get struck by lightning, and you can see it kind of course across the stone and lightning streaks, but it took a pretty good hit, but it's still moving.
Okay, not a problem. I am going to move towards the other one.
All right, the one up here or down
the
here?
one down at the bottom.
Okay.
And I am on the way going to change into a earth elemental.
All right. You're still going to look like a swirl of air on here, though.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just a lot more hit points and better immunities to whatever and vulnerability. Well, I'm vulnerable to thunder, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Fix would have
So,
relayed that they seem to be immune to the bludgeoning.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
I don't-
It's still a lot of bludgeoning.
And more
So
importantly, it's a lot of hit points for him.
yeah, it's a whole lot of hit points for me. 126 hit points. So
All right. That brings us to Evangeline.
Okay.
actually, I'm going to move back just so that to get to me, he has to come into the
Come
circle.
into the circle. Works for me.
Mean like that.
Joe might have to walk Rhonda through this.
What are you doing?
Just so Jody doesn't feel safe in her own skin there. Does Big B's hand have to be attached to the ground?
No.
Nope.
No, it can go anywhere within 60 feet of you, basically, or something like
Okay.
that.
Yep.
Big B's hand.
I will move. I will cast
Stand
Big
on
B's hand.
Jeez. All right.
What level?
I can only cast it at 5th level because that's as high as I have.
Characters.
So it's not going to do near as much
Let me
damage
give
as
you
it does, but
Let me give you a fist here.
But it's still going to irritate Jody.
Here's a fist. Put him wherever you want. Oh, here, let me put a ring on him.
So you're aware you should probably prepare a second one.
Yeah, that's why I was putting a ring on it. How about yellow? Can you see yellow pretty good there, Rhonda? There's a yellow
Oh,
ring.
that shows up well.
yeah, pretty well.
Okay. All right.
Of course, doesn't Bigby's do bludgeoning?
Force.
It's just force.
Oh,
Force.
I checked that.
Okay.
Yep.
One of the reasons why it's a little bit disgusting is because of that.
That is
Yellow and red. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
red
'cause
around
not many
yours.
things are immune to
that's a
force.
23 to hit.
Where did you move it to? To which
Oh,
one?
I'm sorry. I'm going to move it over here.
Okay. It's not within the lightning area.
No. And there's so many words.
Attack was what? A 21?
23.
23, that hits. No problem. And how many
Fifth
dice is
level-
it?
Stop! Get out of the way.
Yeah, there's a
At
lot of
fifth
words.
level,
to-
it's 4d8.
Yes.
4d8.
48 points of damage.
Because Big B's hand can do a lot of various things. Kadeth, you are on deck.
Okay.
One more.
How
How
dare
much
you roll
damage did
high?
it do?
We're about to find out.
You had to collect your dice.
21 points of force damage.
21. Right. You see it take a hit. And for a stone structure, you see it scowl.
The bushes up here go.
Yep. What does Buckley do? Hang out next to Kadeth?
Buckley will be next to get out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Kadeth. What are you doing?
All right. We're gonna see if it's susceptible to this. I'm going to Hexblade's Curse first on.
Can you Hexblade's curse regardless of size?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I just sometimes those are like a large or smaller creature. I just thought I'd
No.
check.
No, just
Hey, I'm just trying to
works.
get as many, whole loopholes as I can get. Okay. Which one are you? Which one are you cursing? Green, purple, or blue?
Let me double check something here. I'll do the blue one.
All right.
Oh wait, shoot, hold on.
I'll make it just a wee bit bigger, but I'm not going to make it as big as the creature.
Oh no, I have to do within 30 feet.
Oh,
So
within 30
I'm
feet.
going to move first.
And you do not have to move around the purple. You can move under the purple.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You can move
move,
straight lines. And then do the blue one.
then do the blue one.
Okay.
And then and that was bonus action for that.
All right.
And then I will I will use my Finger of Death.
All right. It is damaged. What is this? Constitution save?
Con save. DC 19.
That is a unnatural 20.
What?
Just
These
don't.
are large stone structures. They have a lot of con.
Let me make her roll that again. That's okay. It's fine. Whatever. I'll just roll one of them extra. Oh wait, I got another D4 or D8 there. I forgot about that. One giant D8, the rest are normal. All right. Ooh, some good numbers here. 10, 20, 38, 88 damage.
Ooh,
8.
wow. 8.
And
Finger
this
of
is
death. It's necrotic.
necrotic.
Okay. It is not immune to necrotic.
Sweet.
Of course not.
Oh wait, plus another 6
Plus another 6.
from
108.
Hexblade's
So,
curse,
All right.
94.
which is just damage. It's a plus 6 to damage rolls, so I assume it's the same type basically.
All right. For Hexblade,
Well, it doesn't specify what kind of damage, so it's just damage.
I would assume it
Basically.
is the same damage as whatever it's tagged on to.
I would assume so generally.
That's kind of how I do sneak attack. Sneak attack is the damage that it's tagged on to.
Yeah. Works similarly as far as
Yeah.
that goes. So all right, that's it.
All right. All right. It took the hit. It's you see cracks upon its stone structure. That brings it to, and that's it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. That brings it to their turn. All right.
They don't get a turn, do they?
Yes, they do. These things float a little ways. They're what they're on, float a little ways, and then they jump down, all three of them pretty much simultaneously jump down. Oh shoot, I need my little distance marker. Okay, I wanted to move 30. Okay. Oh, come on. 30. How come I can't get it to move? 30. Jumps down. All right. 5, 10, 15, 25. Okay, and it's going to jump down and move forward. Whoop. This is moving. Can it go through Bigby's hand, or does it have to go around it?
It's a physical creature.
It is a physical creature? Okay, then it'll
They
have
can
to.
attack it, so
Okay, then he will go around. The thing floats up this way a little bit, and then he jumps down. He's going to jump down and go around. He's going to flop to the other side, basically, of Bigby's hand. He's moving around Bigby's hand. I need everybody to roll me who is on the ground, which I think is everybody at this point. Roll me a dexterity check. Dex check.
Not a
18.
savings throw.
No, because this is because they jumped down. You feel the ground shake beneath you hard since they all jumped down at the same time.
Not that it makes any difference to me because it's the same number.
And yep, same.
Mine's a difference of 1. So
Oh, I was like, you rolled a 1.
no, I got an 11.
You got an 11. Fix, what'd you get?
19.
19. Evangeline?
A 16.
Forsyth?
7.
7. I don't know if an earth
Really bad.
elemental can be knocked prone.
No.
But Forsyth and Kadeth, you failed, so you're going to get knocked prone.
Okay.
Forsyth,
Okay.
can you be knocked prone as an earth elemental?
I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, so you get knocked prone. It is going to attack. The one up there, the blue one, is going to attack Kadeth. Ooh, maybe. That is a 22 to hit.
Okay. Let me roll my d6. Yep, I rolled a 4, which means I always have to look again. It misses.
That's a 50% chance. That sucks.
I love that ability.
Well, the other one is
Armor of
going to attempt
Hexes.
to-
Always take it.
is going to attempt to slam the earth elemental that knocked prone. That is a 23 to hit you.
That will hit.
All right. That is, comparatively speaking, not doing nearly as much damage to you guys as you did at it. 16. That is 22 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am, of course, resistant to bludgeoning damage.
So you will take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And this one is going to take the extra movement and move up to Fix.
If they're that big, wouldn't they have reach?
Oh,
He
that's
wouldn't have
true.
to if he doesn't want.
double check.
If you don't want him to.
Oh, it does have reach. Look at that. I didn't look far enough for that.
Okay, who has ducks?
Boom. It's the birds at Forsyth. Remember, he's going.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fall. It's time for them to migrate.
Tell them to move
I
along already.
I don't hear them. I have headphones on. So.
Well, we do.
I'm going.
Oh yeah, I hear them now. Okay.
Midnight. Why are the geese out?
He is going to attempt to hit you, Fix, with a natural 20
Silvery barbs.
for 30.
Silvery barbs, that thing. Reroll.
Reroll.
Yep.
Oh, this time was only a 13.
That is actually. Let me check some.
Curse you, Aqua Scum.
I'm just making sure it will affect him.
Is there creatures that it doesn't affect? What creatures should I be throwing your way?
Yeah, no, it misses. It can affect him. So I just wanted to check, make sure it didn't say living creature or have a minimum,
Oh, gotcha.
intelligence or anything like that. So
Gotcha.
I was trying for you.
Darn, it misses.
I should have just let you hit. I'm sorry.
In its mind, it hit, but
That's right. And it's mine to hit. All right. Back to the top with Forsyth and Fix. I don't care who
If it
goes first.
doesn't hit, then the armor doesn't go off. That's
true.
only if it hits.
Yeah.
So we don't damage it.
Yeah, true.
Instead, you deflect.
Because my armor of hexes makes it a miss instead of a hit. So my armor of Agathis does not go off in those cases.
Right. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to at 7th level. Cast Bigby's hand.
Bigby's hand. Where are you putting Bigby's hand?
He's gonna have the
Or
big
next
Bigby
Oh.
hand. I got baby Bigby hand.
You got baby hand.
Um,
In Bigby's nose.
actually, these things, as big as they are, Bigby's hand is going to be like right between its legs, up towards the
Okay.
apex.
Which one? The purple one?
The
that
one
tried
near
to
me,
hit
yeah.
you? Okay. Well, I mean, it can occupy its space technically, because they're medium size, right? Or are they large?
Yeah, they're medium. They're the same.
Okay.
Those things are like
Then,
gargantuan.
Gargantuan. I just put them at 20 feet. I don't know how big gargantuan gets technically, but
Really big.
really big.
All right. A 22 to hit.
22 hits.
All right. So 8d8 points of force damage.
On purple. On
Yep.
purple.
That'll be 38 points of damage.
All right. Takes it.
And I'm gonna shake the rod of Gond at him.
That's your action.
My bonus
Like
action.
pointing your finger.
This is
I'm gonna
this
get
is
you,
our
sucker.
Orita fix. Let us fix it.
Still no thoughts coming
real
your
quick.
way.
Looking at them, do they look like the craftsmanship of a worshiper of God?
They do not.
Okay.
Actually.
Then they can die.
Then they can die. Then
Yes,
die
it
they
is.
probably will. Forsyth, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to continue the lightning assault on the top one there,
The blue one? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
or whatever
Kadath
color
has,
it was.
Kadath has advantage on his next attack. Sorry.
Ooh.
So I need a dex check,
Oh, it's a
dex
dex.
save.
That's right. That's a 14.
42 points of lightning damage.
All right. It is not looking healthy.
And I am going to do a couple slam attacks against the
Against the one standing there.
one standing there looking stupid.
Attempting to hit things and failing. Although it did hit you.
Yeah. And that's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and I'm gonna roll the other hit first because it's just easier.
Generally, if you're hitting the same creature, especially. Then
Nah,
you just
that's
roll
only
the
a
damage together.
that's only a 13 to hit.
That will miss.
I
I will
Okay,
say, technically, I guess maybe it doesn't miss because these things are kind of hard to miss, but it doesn't affect it.
right.
It
So
was a glancing
let's
blow.
see. And I know this is going to be okay. Yuck. 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
8.
That's a joke.
Oh, wait, they're immune to bludgeoning.
They're immune to it. Not a problem. But I'm keeping it busy.
You are keeping it busy. Its attention is on you momentarily, anyway. That brings us to Evangeline.
All right, on my bonus action, I will use Big B's hand with a 30 to hit.
That will hit.
$23 points of force damage.
All right.
And I'm accurate on Big B hand is like spiritual weapon. It's all bonus action.
Yes,
I
it
believe
is.
so. It's an
Yes,
action
at
to
this point.
cast initially, but then it's a bonus to do
Right.
everything with it afterwards.
Okay. So
It does take concentration though, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
I will take my action. as soon as I figure out what to do. Let me see. I don't think anything here is going to work. I will. I'll pull out the despoiler.
Alrighty. Wow, we
And
haven't seen that action in a while.
Throw. Let me see if I can hit. It's because I can't hit as well with it as I used to. I would say an 8 does not hit.
No, that will not hit.
All right. No need to worry about that.
And this is a distance, a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I will move because Buckley moves on his own, but he attacks on my bonus action. I'll move him around over here by Kadeth.
All right. You can move straight. You don't
Move
have
straight
to.
through, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. That brings us to Kadeth. Oh, I'm assuming Forsyth, you stood up to do the slam attacks.
Oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
back up on my feet.
Okay.
I think he also said that the earth elemental is immune to being prone.
No, it's immune to
No.
it's immune to a lot of things. Prone is not one of them.
Oh, gotcha.
It's immune to poison and disease,
Yeah.
probably.
All right. You know what, since it's not,
On the
since
plus
they're
side,
not
probably
immune,
won't
well,
happen again.
would I think that these things are considered constructs?
They are very much stone, look like constructs, like stone golems almost.
Okay.
You're not,
Then I'm not going to waste that spell. We said they don't think.
no, they don't think.
At least we don't think they think.
They do. They do not try.
They do not.
They do not.
They do not think.
Try or try not.
Right.
Darn. Too bad. Wait. Oh, it's a 20-foot radius, so it'd be 40 feet. Unfortunately, Forsyth is in the middle of that. Dang it.
What are you casting?
He's living on extra hit points right now.
Yeah,
I got a lot of them.
It's 8d6
I got a lot of them.
because I can put it
damage?
here and not hit you guys.
What
I'm gonna
kind of
still hit
damage?
Big B's hand though.
That's
Well,
true. What
It's
kind of
psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh, psychic. Yeah, that would hit me. But
Yeah,
It would
I
hit
don't-
you. It would not hit Big B's hand.
Right.
correct.
And it'll only affect them if they have an intelligence of 3 or higher. So that's the only question.
They are stone, and you already heard from Forsyth. They do not think.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna try it. I don't want to waste that.
You do
spell
have
slot.
advantage on your attack though.
Yeah, my attacks are so limited though. Especially against something like this. But I'll go ahead and cast Hex.
Oh, you're
So
gonna
it's hexed and Hexblade's Curse on this thing.
So it's double hexed,
It's hex squared.
Sort of.
hex squared.
Only thing is one is a spell, the other is an ability, so I can have them both going. Oh,
I
wait,
like
no,
it like that.
never mind. I can't do Hex because I've
Oh.
got Armor of Agathis going.
Oh.
I always forget about that. I always forget that.
Is armor Bagathus
There we
a
go. Aha.
concentration?
I thought so.
I don't think so. I'm double checking because
Oh, maybe
otherwise
not.
mine is
yeah,
gone.
otherwise you've lost your armor of Agathis at this
Oh.
point then.
No, it just lasts an hour. Okay, never mind. It
Okay.
is hexed.
Okay. I'm like, no, please don't tell me it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Sorry.
let you get away with this all this time.
Too bad I don't have two of them next to each other. Just double checking this. Okay, so it's plus 3d8 if I do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Let me pull out my other die here. So I'm going to do... Oh, wait, no, I can't do that because that's another spell. Never mind. I'm just going to attack normal.
All right, attack normal. And don't forget to add your extra damage for Hexblade's Curse and Hex.
Yep. Natural 20.
That's a nice hit.
So
Isn't that the second one he's rolled today?
it is.
It is.
Check
This is
in
weird.
rare form.
Something's
Uh-huh.
wrong here. So yeah, figure out all these numbers. So the only dice I'm rolling is D8 and D6. Okay. And then it's got 8, another 6, so 14. Okay, so 28 plus, yeah.
Throw out your numbers.
Wow, I rolled max on both damage dice too. So 42 damage.
40 is because you already added
the
the
damage.
And that's a combination of magical slashing and
how do you want it to
necrotic.
look like as you slam into this rock statue that you thought your attack wasn't gonna do much? Because you're gonna kill it.
Well, I'll find a crack, jam the sword in there, and pull it sideways to just cause the thing to just shatter.
All right, you do that, and as you pull it sideways, you see all of the cracks that look like they lined up with where the lightning struck it, and you just kind of pretty much pull it apart and cause it to explode. And all of the rock and dust kind of flies out a little bit of everywhere. Fortunately, it misses you and Buckley. It is
Okay.
gone.
All right. Then in that case,
And I think one of these you can move immediately, right?
yeah, the Hexblade's Curse I can move immediately.
Okay, where do you want it to go?
Hex takes a bonus action to move.
Purple or green?
Probably purple. Let's see how far away I am.
Yeah, I mean, you are closer to purple. They're about 40 feet.
Yeah. So move it to
So,
purple. Well,
Purple's probably gonna die very soon.
Probably. Maybe.
I might be
'Cause
able
it
to
got hit
die right now. So I have to do. It's got to be within 30 feet to move it.
Oh, okay. Well, you can move it 30 feet somewhere. Can you just move it 30 feet?
Well,
Or
no,
it has to be
go
within 30
onto
feet of you.
I think it has to be within 30 feet of me onto a creature.
Okay. Well, where do you want to move?
So I double check.
Does it have to be as it dies?
Just says when the creature cursed by your Hexblade's Curse die, you apply the curse to a different creature you can see within 30 feet. Blah blah blah. So
I will let you move and apply it. The idea of this turn is that everything's happening kind of simultaneously. That's why you can attack in the middle of a movement.
okay.
Like it's not very rigid.
Well, then in that case, I'll move here since you said that one's about to die, and I'll put this on the green one.
Okay.
And then I'll use my where is it? Using all my abilities today. Except luck. I never remember to use luck.
So you've used movement, you've used action, you've used bonus action.
Mm-hmm. I'm just double checking if the other thing I want to do is a bonus action or just something I can do. Where was it? Why did I lose it? There it is. Oh, that's a bonus action. Okay, that's all I'm doing then.
So that's it. Now it's my turn. These creatures are going to attempt to hit Fix twice. One was a 28, the other was a 12.
Much damage.
Oh, you're not going to silvery barbs me?
I'd save that for crits.
Oh, for crits. Okay.
It's one thing to take 28. It's another to take like 70.
Eh,
Well, they don't have a very strong thing. That's 19 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. It takes 25 points of cold damage.
All right, it's still standing. Oddly enough, that whole 25 points of cold damage seemed to affect it. The other one is going to take one slam at the rock creature there, because you're like a fly there. 20 to hit. For 20 points of bludgeoning damage, so 10. And then the other slam is coming at Evangeline with a 25 to hit.
All right.
Wow, 18, 24 points of bludgeoning damage. That was a good damage roll.
Resistant, so
So 12. How did he get so lucky to have the bludgeoning resistant people around him? That brings us back to the top with Fix.
Big B's hand is going to attack. That is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. That is for 56 points of damage.
56.
Yes, 5-6.
It's still standing.
All right. That was my bonus action. Then as my action, what do I have that does not require concentration? Thinking about that, technically you could have 2 attacks with Big B's hand in a round.
How's that?
Bonus action to have it attack, and then use your action to cast a different one and have it attack.
If you can have more than one going at a time.
You
Oh,
can't.
Well,
The
you
first one
can't
would disappear.
because it would
Yeah, the
disappear.
first one
Yeah.
would disappear.
When I cast the second one, the
You
first
would
one
have to
would
cast
drop.
the second one. Yep, you're right.
Right.
Big
So
B's
it would
hand
just
could
be-
attack twice. If you have the spell slots.
Yes, it is a massive use of spell slots.
Mhm.
I don't want to throw everything out just yet. I don't trust that. So you know what? I'm going to cast. It's looked like, okay, how badly off does this thing look?
It looks pretty rough. It's not on death's door,
Mhm.
but a really good hit from Big B's hand again might shatter it. That was a good hit.
Okay. Well, give
But
me
it's
2
not on
dexterity.
death's door. It would have to be a good hit.
Yeah, give me 2 dexterity saves.
2.
Yes.
One was a nat 20 for
Silvery
20.
barbs.
Oh, you little. Okay, it was a 9, and an 8.
All right. For chain lightning, do you want 1 damage for both, or roll the damage for each of them?
Go ahead. 1 damage for both, I think.
All right. So 10d8 damage. That is a 62.
62 for hitting both of them.
Yes, hitting each of them.
All right. How do you want this lightning to destroy this purple one as it jumps to the green one and does some damage?
It's just gonna come down straight from the sky and turn it to dust almost.
All right. It
Or
comes
actually,
down.
no. It comes down, it hits it, and then it kind of crackles all through it, and then a half a second later, it just breaks apart and falls where
All
the
right.
cracks were, or where the lightning.
Where the lightning
Was
went
in it.
through.
Yeah.
All right. And it starts to break apart and fall as the lightning, still crackling, shoots out to the next one and also hits the next one. Although the next one wasn't damaged nearly as much, so he took it. Oh, and it's dead. All right.
That is my turn.
That is your turn. Forsyth, what do you want to do? It's in the lightning. Oh, you're muted. It's in your lightning ring. I don't know
Right.
if you remembered that the last time. Did you hit it with lightning the last time?
The blue one is in the
Oh,
lightning
okay.
range,
Gotcha.
and the blue one is going to get zapped.
Well, the blue one is dead,
Blue one
but the
is
green
dead.
one is down
Oh,
here.
Okay,
And it is
the
also
green
in
one.
the lightning range.
Oh, okay. This one's in the lightning range.
Yeah, your big blue circle was your lightning range.
Oh yeah, I thought he had. Someone moved him because it looks like he's out of it right now.
You might need to refresh.
You might need to refresh then.
Oh, okay, no problem. If you're saying he's in it, I'll
Yes.
believe you. Okay, so that was that. He needs a dex save.
Oh yeah, that's right. A dex save for lightning. Oh, that's a 15.
That's a fail. DC 19.
Yeah,
Forty-
good luck.
42 points of lightning damage.
Ugh. It gets hit by lightning twice. And you're seeing crackles of, you can see the light kind of streaking through it, and you're starting to see some cracks on it.
Picturing Clark Griswold.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And I'm just going to, I'll hold my attack since he's immune to it,
All right.
but I'm there just in case.
But you're there to draw his attention at least. At least
Right.
Evangeline didn't get hit twice. All right. That brings us to Evangeline. What are you doing?
I'm gonna let Big B's hand strike again.
All right.
24 to hit.
Yep. Lulu. Really? Get out of there. Go. Go lay down.
For 21 points of damage.
21. Oof.
Force damage.
All right. It takes it. See a few more stones chip off.
Chip off the old block.
Yeah. Comes off the shoulder.
Not that
H&R blockhead.
work much.
What are you doing? Sorry.
I pull my great sword and strike for my action
Okay.
for a. Oh, let me change my glasses.
Ow.
For 21 to hit.
That hits. Cadeth, you're on deck.
Not dead yet.
Well, I don't think her greatsword can do this much damage, but she could prove me wrong.
That's 19 points of slashing damage.
Is your greatsword is magical, right?
It is magical.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right. You did not kill it.
But I damaged it.
But you damaged it.
I don't think any of us have things that don't do magical damage.
I don't think so either, but I thought I'd
That's
double
not
check.
true. I have a hand axe.
That's true.
It doesn't do magical
I have
damage.
daggers.
You have things that won't do magical damage,
I,
but
I think I have a dagger.
I have
don't
a-
think you use
Two
them.
different daggers.
I-
I have poison and regular.
I do have a light hammer, I suppose, but
Oh, I have hand axes.
Just to produce
actually.
light.
Forgot about those.
It's a
That's
light.
what
Yes.
you want. A light hammer that does light damage.
I probably don't carry the hand axes, honestly, but or maybe one of them.
What are you doing, Cadet? You running up and swinging? It looks about as damaged as the one you had before.
All right, then yeah, I will get up to it.
You bonus action move that
Bonus
hex.
action hex. And swing away.
you should swing at it, not away from it.
Yeah, swing in its general direction.
I swing
21.
Your general direction. What?
21.
Yes.
Okay. That's 23 damage on that one. And then second swing is 24. For
Oh yeah, I forgot I have 2 attacks per round. 2 actions.
28 more.
And 28 more.
Yep.
How do you want this one to go? Do you want to stab this one too?
Yeah, we'll do the same thing. Find a crack, break it open.
From all the lightning, and you break it open. All right. You see Cadet run up, stab it where the lightning came through, and as he pulls the sword out sideways, that where all the lightning started to crack it a little bit, all just comes apart and it just explodes a little bit, and kind of rocks go a little bit of everywhere, and but nobody gets hurt. It's not like an actual explosion. Nothing mechanically to make you get hurt. And it is down. The little pieces of land that they were standing on are still floating where they were. But there is bits of rock everywhere.
Sucks is we're gonna have to replace them eventually.
Kadeth?
Huh?
Oh no, you don't have detect magic because you have something else under concentration right now, don't you? The hex.
But I'm gonna drop those.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop the hex
Oh, okay.
and do detect magic at this point.
All right, you drop the hex. You do detect magic. Those pieces of rocks are glowing just as brightly.
Okay, these things might reassemble, so we should get done and get out of here.
Works for me.
This might have only be a temporary thing, and leaving these things to defend this place would be just fine with me.
Well, I can
Yeah.
keep hitting it with lightning.
Well, let's hold off on that. I'm gonna activate my boots and
But
start
it's
flying up.
Fun.
I mean, you could break them into smaller bits. They'll still be glowing.
Yep. I just keep breaking till there's nothing left to the break.
It's a powder that suddenly reforms into a giant rock.
3 become 1.
All right, you fly up. You find some of these caves. Some of them are super small and probably are not good to travel into. You do find one that will fit, that Kadeth could fit into. It's probably about 10 foot in diameter. Diameter. I
Diameter?
cannot speak tonight. You go in.
Yes.
The rest of you.
Well, I would wait for others. I would flag them.
Okay. The rest of you, I know you know how to get in there. Do you do what you normally do to get in there? Do you have your proper spells and stuff to be able to get in there? Do you have room for your vortex warp, etc.?
I'll just climb through the earth.
If I can see the opening, I can get Buckley up there. I still can't fly.
Is this up high?
Yeah, it's floating above the ground.
Like how high
Oh,
up?
it's floating.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the bottom of the monolith. What? No, I knew you were coming. The bottom of the monolith is probably about 50 feet in the air.
Okay.
Ah,
Well,
And it is like 11 o'clock at night. Just so you know.
I'm going to cast freedom. Well, first I'm going to revert form
Okay.
and then cast freedom of the winds.
Okay. That affects only you, right?
Right.
Okay. So you can get up there easily enough. Can you carry somebody with freedom of the winds?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
Let me check.
I know you can as an earth or as an air elemental,
Right.
but you don't have the wild shape for it.
No, I can't. I can only carry myself.
Okay.
well, I could do
Cadet, you
fly
can
on
get to
all of
where
us.
you need
But...
to be and just levitate up there.
Yeah, I can levitate to it.
Yeah. You could probably carry Evangeline.
Or put a rope down.
Yeah.
I'll put a rope down.
fine.
Evangeline, that's you watched Evangeline. Evangeline could probably climb a rope just fine.
Okay. Well, I'll float up there and drop a rope once I get up there.
All right, you float up
Yeah.
there. You drop a rope. She can vortex warp Buckley. Evangeline climbs up. Go ahead and give me a strength check. Just on a natural one, we might have some issues.
Or I'll laugh.
That is a
Good luck.
20.
Okay, yeah, no, she scales that like it's nothing. Vortex warp Buckley, and you are going into the monolith at this point. And this is
And that'll be next week.
Pause for this week.
I've been up for 18 hours.
Yes, we will pause here. And we will pick that up then next week. I looked up where my cam usually is, and I don't have my cam tonight. So we will pause this here, and then next week we'll see we'll see you guys open up the orrery, see if you guys get out in a decent amount of time, because indeed, Cadet may be right that they are reforming, and we'll see what happens with you guys from there, because that'll only leave one other orrery, and we'll see
It
how
might be
goes.
fixed by then. Question
It
mark.
might be an
If
Question
might
mark?
be an
We'll
ornery.
see.
Might be an ornery orrery.
It's an ornery
might get
orrery.
there and he's doubled the work we have to do.
Whoops, sorry.
Now you got to save your sister again.
All right, so that's where we're going to leave off. Thank you for those of you who are watching. Thank you for those of you who have joined us on our second attempt at the live and bearing with us with the program shutdown. What the heck? Anyway, and so be sure to check out our website, dndadjokes.com, so you can see our upcoming events and where we're going to be. And that is also where you can click on the events. We have a link there for their website, so you can get more information and ticket prices and various other things that may be involved with the convention. And just keep an eye out, because, this campaign is coming to a close. We've already announced we want to go into Shadowrun, and we have been building our characters and have done one little one shot to know what we need to do to tweak our characters and whatnot, and we'll be working on those and coming up with those for the next campaign. Fingers crossed you get to see me stumble through Shadowrun. Yes.
I think it's gonna be more like they get to see us all stumble and fall and trip and roll downhill and face plant.
Shadowrun.
Rocks fall, you all die type situations. Yes.
Some of us never even played this before.
Yep.
Okay,
And
to be
so-
fair, I don't think any of us have played it by these rules specifically.
True. But I don't
Not
think
a
any of us
lot.
have played it by the true rules.
Yeah.
I
Put it
have,
that
but
way.
not a lot of it.
Okay.
Oh my
Anyway, so that's our next campaign. So be sure to continue to watch and keep an eye out. But we're going to finish this one first, obviously. And
And
just
even
keep-
though we've not
keep
played
an
it much, We all are very excited about it.
We are very excited
Yep.
about it. We
Gonna be a lot of
we
fun.
can't wait to get into it.
We are.
Well,
Well,
I
I've
don't know that you
personally
Senior is
bombarded.
excited.
Yes, Senior's
Some of us
very
are excited.
He
Yes.
made a joke about it.
I bombarded Jody with question after question, and so yeah, she's probably tired of that by now.
I'm
Don't
just
stop
I'm
because I'm
just
getting answer
so
after answer after answer, and I don't have to ask the question.
I am so excited.
Yay. And there went
Yippee.
my tree joke.
Rah, rah,
Right.
rah.
All right. Well, we're going to get off of here. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, and let us know that you're watching. And
If you're
we'll
in
see-
Iceland, the end of September, come see me.
if you're in Iceland, I don't know.
Something
We'll
like
see you
that.
next week.
Yeah, that's where I'll be.
If you're in Iceland at the end of September, take a coat.
We get free parkas.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can we sign off yet?
Not yet.
Bye bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.